Sports Talker Nation. Welcome back once again. It's your host, the G-Man, as we continue with our 2016 team-by-team NFL review of the NFL Draft. Today we're going to talk about those Kansas City Chiefs. I admit that I am a bit of a Chiefs fan because I'm an Andy Reid fan. It was time for him to leave Philadelphia, but when he is just the coach, he takes a team that can be below average to average and makes them good. Now, I don't think he has what it takes to get over the hump. He does a very poor job with clock management, always has, still seems to do that, by the way. But I do root for the guy. I think he knows what he's doing, and I think he knows how to plug players in to make them successful. And I think going into this draft, they are, again, based on where they finished, they're looking at more depth than anything else. So let's see how they did for themselves. They traded away their first-round pick, which actually netted them some additional picks later, which I don't necessarily have a problem with. Certainly not that late in the draft. If you can get a little value, why not do so? Especially if there's no one you love. So maybe there was no one they loved in the first round. The second round, they had a needed defensive tackle. They filled that needed defensive tackle. And I think they filled it with a talented guy. Chris Jones was a little bit inconsistent, but he is a big, nasty dude. He's got talent coming out of his ears. If he can be motivated all the time, and I think playing with some of those guys on the Kansas City defensive line, he will be motivated all the time, I think he'll do well for them. Third round pick is probably the steal of the draft for them, Kavari Russell. They're going to lose Sean Smith. They pick up Kavari Russell. I think he steps right in. He's all about playing the ball. He doesn't necessarily play with his hands, which in today's NFL is really going to cause him problems. Russell is a ball hawk, and I think he didn't get beat very much, and I think he knows how to play his position. I think he's an excellent, excellent pick. Round 4 is a little all over the map to me. Parker Ehringer, I know nothing about. Again, I only know interior linemen when they stand out on tape. He did not, so I think that's a little bit of a reach. Eric Murray, a corner, I don't care for. I understand, again, I know they need corners. I just don't happen to like him so much as one. Demarcus Robinson, I think, is an interesting selection at wide receiver. They do need wide receiver help. He was a fairly established one in college, so I think he can certainly help them. And as a fourth-round pick, you can't ask for much more than that. Kevin Hogan, interesting selection to me. They already have Aaron Murray there, who I think is a developmental quarterback. Anybody who knows me heard me talking him up. I wanted the Eagles to trade for him, not necessarily sign Chase Daniel, because I think Aaron Murray has a chance to be a starter in the NFL. Not that Alex Smith didn't do well. I like him more than most people as well. I just think that he has limited upside, and there will come a time where his age starts to be a factor. Even though he's the same age as Aaron Rodgers had 3 years on the bench, whereas Alex Smith was getting killed during those 3 years playing for San Francisco. So Hogan's an interesting pick to me. Tyreek Hill at wide receiver, don't know that much about, but again, they do need wide receiver help, so I'm okay with it. DJ White at cornerback in the 6th round, and Daddy Nicholas at outside linebacker. Both of these guys are more depth fill to me than they are potential for huge upside starters. But at that point in the draft, you can get somebody who contributes on special teams. I think you did okay for yourself. So all in all, because I don't love the 4th round, I'm going to give them a B draft because I do love rounds 2 and 3 and the fact that they traded out of the 1st round, still walked away with a potential developmental quarterback. I think they did well for themselves. I don't think that they can expect immediate stardom for any of these guys, but really for a team that performed as well as the Chiefs, I don't think they necessarily need to do that. So the Chiefs continue to stay on the rise. I think they're a team that has to be reckoned with, and I think they'll continue to be so. So with your 2016 team-by-team review of the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm your host, the G-Man, and I am out.